Okay, today I will be doing this Republic of Gamers laptop here. We're actually replacing the keyboard on this one, but in the process, we might as well show you how to do the rest of it. I've already taken out all the screws. They're just what you see. There's nothing hidden. It's just what you see. You undo them, and then you should be able to take this guy and just pop it apart, or get in there with some sort of tool, a pick, whatever you choose. A guitar pick works well, smudge tool, whatever works for you. Of course, I wanted to make it look easy, but it's not being easy. It's gonna be right here. There we go. And just pop it open. All right. Oh, there is two cables in here. One just came undone, but I'll show you. So there is one here. That's this guy that just came out. He's actually connected right here. So you got to actually flip this guy up. Same thing on this one. This is just for the LEDs. Flip it up. Use plastic. Do not use metal. You've got a battery still connected, so there's power in here. We don't want to do anything to short anything out. Next thing I do is remove the battery, because again, you want to get the power out of here before you start doing any work on it. You really don't want to again short out anything. That never works out well. Okay, so there we go. I usually try and get these out with, well, I try to get them with the screws in there still so that I can just put it down and I don't have to worry about where the screws went, but this one's going to be a little bit of a bugger. This is your battery connection right here. Pull it down, or towards you, in this case, towards me. And then you should be able to pop this guy out. Just pop straight up, just like that. And then this one apparently is taped on here, which is, I'm not sure what that's about, but I'm just going to cut it. Don't cut the wires, just cut the tape. So otherwise you have more problems. Okay, so that's that. Now again, we still have, sometimes there's residual power in here. The capacitors do hold electricity. You can just hold the battery or the power button down for 10-15 seconds or something to drain the power out. It's good practice to do. These guys, again, same thing. They just pop up this way. Unhook this, unhook this. This guy's this way. Nope, maybe I lied. That way, sorry. That way. Pull that out, that's for the keyboard. Another plug-in right here. Pull it straight out. You want to try and pull these as straight as you can so that you don't twist or damage any pins in there. As you can see, these fans are quite dirty. This is going to be the hard drive. I do these, I try and keep the screws with the, whatever it is, whether it be the battery or try and keep them together. These mats work really good too for doing stuff. Of course, my phone's going off. Okay, so we've got that all done. This is this one here should be for, it runs, this is for the monitor, the screen. Pulls straight up, and of course it wraps underneath. And again, taped on, again wrapped underneath. You can just kind of push it down. You can usually get in there. Not that we really need to get rid of that on that side, because again, we're taking this whole thing out. Wi-Fi card. I try not to do these, undo these guys those connections because they can be a bugger to get back in. So I usually just try to set this aside. Yeah, I might have to take it off anyway, but here's another one. Man, yeah, there's a lot of dirt in this this fan. I maybe should have blew it out before I started doing work on it, but these fans are going to come out anyway. This whole assembly is going to come out anyway, as you will see here right now. So, and then now this side, and we'll have to get the where the heat sinks are off. Yeah, this one's definitely pretty full. Okay, so the fans will, again, taped on. Maybe I won't have to take the heat sinks off completely, but we'll see. Oh, again, another connection right here for the fan. There, that's off. There we go. Screw there. Now, if you're doing your RAM, well, pretty simple, just like that. The keyboard on this is definitely the hardest thing to replace. As you can see, like the whole board has to come out. Everything's got to be disconnected. It is kind of a pain, but okay, we got a bunch of connections here that I really don't want to undo, but I might have to. Let's see if we can hopefully just flip this over. Although, yeah, they're coming undone anyway. Well, when you do these, take a picture of them so that you know where they went. Yeah, not much you can do. They got to come out, I guess. These are such small little connections. Like I say, I hate these ones, but oh, we got one more here for the this is probably for the power button. So it is a flip up this way. By the looks of it, yeah. Maybe. Yeah, it's definitely up. It's just being real stubborn. There we go. Okay, so I'll just put that aside. Now, this is where the fun really begins. This has got to be taken out too. All of these little rivets have to be undone. Again, serious pain in the butt. They pop off pretty easy. It's getting these back together that really sucks. And you don't want to try, you want to try and do it in a way that you don't bend this plate too much, because if you do bend this plate too much, then it's even harder to put these on. And again, easier said than done, because you know, you kind of got to bend it to get these tabs out, these little plastic rivets. So yeah, that becomes a lot of fun. Just like this, pop them up, pop, and you're gonna get lots of these little plastic things, and you just keep doing this until you get them all out. Real fun. The screw right here. Apparently that one needs to come out too. Oh, another 2 screws. 3 actually. Not sure that these need to come out, but it's probably just this one that needs to come out, but my guess is that's holding something else in there. Not sure what's under here, but oh, There's another one. So not sure what the point of that one was, but anyway, okay, continue on. So I'm just kind of trying not to bend this. I'm just trying to pull it up as easy as I can. This thing's kind of driving me nuts. I don't think this needs, well, I know this doesn't need to be here, but yeah, I don't know. Don't lose that guy. Make sure you know, keep track of how that went in. You know, it goes in this way. It should be marked, but make sure you just, you know, take note of that. Okay, there we go. We got that all off. As you can see, this is nice and clean. This keyboard should pull off just like that. So obviously something was spilt on this at some point probably. I'm going to clean this up and then come back and put the keyboard, show you how I put the keyboard in. Okay, so I've done a little bit of a cleanup on this, tried to make it, you know, not so bad. So new keyboard with new backlit pad. Okay, so first thing, keyboard goes in. Make sure she's nice and flat. Next is the light up pad, the LED lights. Okay, good and good. Now we got to put this guy back in. Okay, so now we've got that in. This guy here for the light up has to be folded over and then folded over this way. And there's actually a tab there for the tape to go. I just want to make sure this is all correct before I do any of that. I usually don't even do it, but get everything out of the way because this is like a one-time deal. You're not going to get a second chance. So you got to make sure that all of your cables are out of the way. Make sure that you've got nothing, you know, that you're on top of anything that you're not supposed to be, because again, this is kind of a one-shot deal. And yeah, so you screw it up, well, you're in trouble. Okay, so now I've got that dealt with. You can take that tape off if you want. I like I say, same thing with these guys. Yeah, I never do until, you know, the last minute. And sometimes I don't even do them. They don't seem to do that much difference. But sorry, not sure why that one's not fitting the way it's supposed to, but I guess we'll just leave it like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to cut this a little bit. I'm not sure why that one's not going on, but I'll just cut around it so that... There we go. Okay. Looks like we've got everything in place. Now, here's the problem. I've actually put I put a towel in here between the screen and the keyboard, which I probably should have done before. Towel's probably not the best because it does have static electricity. Like paper towel is probably a little bit better, but I'm pretty grounded here, so I'm not too worried about it. Now we have to secure these so that, you know, it doesn't, the keyboard doesn't push back. So what I do, and I don't know, you know, different people are going to do different things. What I do, okay, so when I do these, I just use plain old cheap crazy glue. Oh, great! This one's gonna be. I get one that won't puncture here. What are the chances? Okay, I'll grab a different one. So, like I say, I use plain old crazy glue, but you got to be careful because you don't want any crazy glue getting through any further than it has to, because you'll get keys that stick. Because the crazy glue will go through. So I just put a dab. Just the smallest dab on these. Usually do one side at a time. And I don't go too far. I put some weight on it. Yeah, that's probably not quite enough weight, but I'll put some weight on it, let it dry. Then I'll do a little bit more. Then I'll do a little bit more. Then do a little bit more, and undo the centers. Again, you really, especially on the centers, you got to be very careful because, again, if you put too much on, you're going to end up sticking keys together. So this plastic does have to come off to get these center spots. But again, I'm just going to, do little by little here, put weight on it, and continue on. Okay, so we're going to put this guy back together. So what I've done, like I say, is I've crazy glued, pretty much every second one. I've done that before. It's never gone anywhere. Hey, if you want, you can do every one. Doesn't really matter. You do every one. Well, if you ever got to take this off again, it's going to be a bugger. But, and I put the plastic sheet on top. Made sure all of my cables, nothing's stuck underneath here. So first thing, before we put the board back in, we got to put this cable back. And so you got to insert it all the way right up to the line, right up to the little black line that's on there. Just like that. Then we will take the board, put it back in. Make sure it's lined up properly. This guy, we got to make sure that goes there. I've already put the wireless card back in. Didn't really have to take it out at all. It's just connected to the board, but does go kind of under here. But like I say, you don't really even have to take that out at all. But anyway, this really only has, these have the little arrows on them. Oh, sorry, I don't know if you can see that. Little arrows right there, there. I think that's it on this guy. Those are the only ones you need to do up. Because the other ones get done when you put on the back plate there. So we'll do those guys. These guys will have to be all connected. Just remember what, I'll put a link down on the bottom there of what order those are in. Just make it a little bit easier for you. Okay. Plug in the speaker. We got our keyboard. Again, you want to push this in, and when you'll know that this is right if when you push this down, that line is just right level with there. You're good. This will have to be folded. That's what this 3M tape is for. Probably should have done this first, but fold over, tape it on. This will get like that. We have both these. I believe, actually, this I kind of did wrong. I probably should have just left that straight, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to turn it again. Same thing. When this is in place properly, you will have that line. In this case, it's completely gone. Same thing, that black line should be level. No, my phone's going off. Looks like it's another scam call. Getting lots of those lately. Okay, so then we'll have to connect these. Fans got to go back in. I cleaned these out the best I could. They were pretty bad, and it was like a sticky. It's like a sticky type of dust on these, so made it pretty hard to get it all out. But I got in there with some tweezers and did what I could. So we'll put the fans back in. Maybe. Oh no, they go this way. Okay, hard drive will end up going back in here, screwed down. Right now, I'm just going to go test it, make sure it all works, and I'll get back. Oh, forgot this guy. That's gonna make testing it pretty necessary. The wire for the display. So yeah, just push this all back in. Get this all where it needs to be. Run it back up. Not sure if it's supposed to run under there or not. Maybe. No, probably not. Looks like it's supposed to go over top. Anyway, so there we go. Push that in, and like I say, I'm going to test this, make sure it works, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I checked the keyboard function. It's all good. Everything's working. I do still got to connect these. These go this way: blue, white, black, gray. Okay, so this way: blue, white, black, gray. Now, I use a magnifying glass with these because, well, I can't see them that well. I put them on. Make sure make sure they are centered, and then you just push down on them. They are not that easy to do. Well, they are as long as you make sure that they are straight. I know I'm going to be in your way here on this video, and I apologize, but I'll try and get out of the way here for. So I've got it nice and straight. I don't know how this is going to work on the video, but I've got it nice and straight on there. So it looks, pretty much perfect. And then I am just going to, again, make sure she's straight. If it's not, you'll bend these. And they just snap on. And they don't need a lot of force. That's it. It's on there. I don't know. It's on there. Like I say, it's got to be straight and just push down. And again, you don't have to reef on it. These don't take a ton of force. And if you bend them, then you're screwed. So I'm going to put these together. I'm going to put the hard drive in, screw down everything, and put the cover back on, and she'll be good. Okay, we need to put the battery back in too now. So this guy gets folded down like this. Okay, battery goes just like it came out. You're only going to do, actually, sorry, I lied. You're only going to do this screw, and this screw. This screw and these two get screwed down when you, actually, sorry, that one, and that one. These two get screwed down in the, sorry, that one, and that one get screwed down when you put the cover on. So, do your battery. Before I hook up the battery, I'm going to put this guy back to get, this is with the LED lights in it. So this one you kind of got to do, you got to kind of hold it like this sort of. When these go in, actually I probably should have done this before the battery, but whatever. When these go in, they go in from this side. So again, same thing like pretty much all of the other ones. You're going to put it in until, you know, that black line's good and level. Same thing here. Okay. Last thing I do, hook up the battery. So pull that up, make sure that, you know, that's all the way this way. Take the battery, clip it in, push this down. Close this up. Take another last look, make sure it looks good. Close this up. Before we screw it all together, make sure it works. Oh, we got some lights. Yeah, it's lit up on the bottom, lit up on the keyboard. Looks good. Looks really good. So yeah, that's it. Now you just screw it back together on the bottom and you're good to go.